So I'm painting again today. That's my paint shoot. Um, Thought I would talk briefly on this Brittany Renner thing with PJ Washington. Um, the the situation between them two is really not my business. Don't really care about it. As you guys know, I'm a professional caregiver. I raise children professionally for the state in foster care. My thing is about the kid that they now have together. She's like 9, but she's 11 years older than him. She's still cute and good looking, whatever. Um, 18-year-old is easily can be easily manipulated, especially when you get a woman as pretty as she is. You know, subjective obviously. She's pretty. I've seen prettier, but you know, it is what it is. He gets her pregnant, or she used him to get pregnant. Which is fortunate for him in the sense that she didn't stick around and marry him, and now she would take half his stuff plus child support. So he should consider himself lucky in that regard. As far as him being a sucker and all that stuff, he's still a kid. He's 18 years old. Um, yes, he should have known better considering his age. He should have had a lot of access to the internet, and have done some research on her. Looked at some of her Instagram posts and stuff where she talk about athletes, you know, her body count, all that other stuff. Um, but again, he may not have had that kind of guidance growing up, nor did he have that guidance at the time. But being an 18-year-old, you know, it's not. He's a legal adult, but he's still a kid. You know, so she preyed on him ethically, but legally she's in the clear. That's if she had sex with him before he turned, after he turned 18. Now, if they found out that she had sex with him before he turned 18, that's statutory rape, and there might be some things he might be able to do there, from using the legal system. But outside of that, this child that they have, the son, that she's holding hostage as a paycheck, he's a celebrity. I guess they're both celebrities in their own right, whatever that would be. This child is gonna grow up, even though his mother is well-to-do now because the child support money, whatever that would be. He wouldn't have to want for anything financially. People are gonna tease the hell out of that kid, knowing that his mother, is a gold digger, or is seen as a gold digger, who basically groomed a teenager, got pregnant by him, and then left him right after so she could collect MBA money, child support money. So he not only is going to be teased, he has to live with that kind of stigma. If the mother is just using the baby to get a paycheck, then that baby is really not important to her. He's just a paycheck. And that comes with that child is gonna be traumatized. It may not be a first order traumatization, but there will be some trauma there. Does this, especially when he grows up hearing about how she did the father. Hopefully she becoming a mother will alter her in a way where she can leave all this crap behind and actually focus on raising him, and also understand that it will come it will come with some major consequences. And if she's just using the child for money, and then pushes the father away regardless how young he is, that stuff's gonna backfire when later on in life. It'll put that child in a position later on in life. Karma is a bitch, you know, straight up. So that's all I could say on that. The child, from a foster care perspective, you know, do you really care about a child? That child has to grow up, and is going to grow up in the spotlight with all this garbage going on because you're busy chasing a bank. Did you even think about the consequences that have come towards this child? Um, hopefully, hopefully y'all could do something. Even if y'all don't get together or start a family, like get married and settle down, which I would not recommend to PJ Washington at this stage in the game. But maybe y'all could work together in a way that will allow you to both to raise this child with some genuine love and affection, not just money love. Because do you really want somebody to do to your son, Brittany Renner, what you did to the father? It can happen because he has NBA genes in him now, so he might. And you're not an ugly woman. He's not really ugly either, so he might grow up to be a really handsome young man. Do you want him to get screwed over like you did to this young man? And you may not have screwed him over, but from the perspective of us looking at all the stuff you've commented on social media, and the way you left this young man, do you really want that to happen to your son? Because like it or not, he is your son. And PJ Washington could actually get married and settle down and actually file to get his son back. And you will have to prove to the court, can you truly take care of this kid without the father's money? Ludacris got custody of his daughter because the woman could not prove that she could take care of her daughter and herself without Ludacris's money. So, PJ Washington, if you're looking at this video, hopefully you'll follow, you'll take every legal action that you have at your disposal, because it's clear that you can financially take care of your son. If she cannot, you have a case. Don't just simp out. Fight this thing to the end. You're making enough money now where you could fight that. Get custody. Try and get custody of your son. You can't simp out now. This is a hard lesson to learn, and it's unfortunate you have to learn it at such a young age. It is what it is. So, learn from it, grow from it, and go out there and use that legal system to the best of your ability. Use your money that you're making to the best of the ability, and fight her. If it takes for the next 18 years, fight her for 18 years in court. Let her burn up all that child support money in court and never be able to spend a dime in court to get your son back. And really go there and try and prove that she cannot take care of that child without your money. And you're better suited to be a father, to raise your child. I wish you luck. Hopefully she find Jesus, because I don't really know what to say. Cause that's a culmination of some evil stuff she's been talking about. But again, we live in the mode of material nature, and living in the mode of material nature, women chase money. They will say all the nicest things, and it's supported by the Vedic scriptures. It's been going on for thousands upon thousands of years, so it's nothing new. If you look at it as a cultural thing, a lot of women do this stuff, especially Western women, because they have so much equal rights now that they have nothing else to really fall back on. Anyhow, if you have any questions, ask it in the comment section down below. Like, subscribe. You all have a good day.